to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me When I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
All right, Coach, coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and our home team. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, baby! Let's go! Come on, set! 10 Lobo. 54 Mike. Silver, Silver! And go!
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
That's a good shot.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Here we go.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Focus, defense, focus. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. 49, check 49. Check, let's go.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Franks. He completes it to Julio Jones. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Game time.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Franks. And he will find his man on the outside. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Yeah,
I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Yeah, let's go second.
They're going to try and throw. And it's complete. Henry. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 50, wait. Let's go,
On 1st down, Franks. And he'll find Hall. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Seahawks 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Franks. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James. A sack from his safety position. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Yeah. Hey, Alpha.
Looking to throw. Hart. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20.
No. Check. Crouch. Go.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Called it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Let's get it. Set up. 18 Gator. Hey, team 6. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
Looking to throw on second down. Hart. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man.
Let's go.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Seattle.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. We're scoreless after one. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready. 30 base. Ricky. Whip. Yep. Go. Mark 49. Stop your whining. 49 the mark. Go.
Throwing on 1st down. Hart complete. The tight end Kelsey. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Pull together. Undercrunch. Pilot, 64, weak. He's checking. Crash. Hey, Foxtrot. Yo, get it.
2nd and 5. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go. 90 Wolf. 53. I got you. Ready.
Off the play fake. Hart looking deep downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
A toss play. Gordon. And an alley to run. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Franks into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. 20! An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, and it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that can spark a big burst right here.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 1.
You. He's crashing. He's checking crack. Check 3.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Breida. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Matt Breida, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point up and through by Myers, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
Come on.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Franks. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Franks, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Returnable for Lockett. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
On 1st and 10, Hart. That'll be complete to Breida. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. They run with Breida, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Hey. He's mine. Mike, 53.
From the gun, Hart. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Let's go.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, two hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with a defender right there. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line.
54.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. Badgley able to punch this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Irvin. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. I got it. 57 to Mike. Mike 57. Army. Say go.
Throwing again. Hart. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Check. Topper. 57's right. Here we go. Go. Hey, switch gears. Get it.
And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Zipper. Hey, high 7. 53 is the mic. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
To throw on second down. Hart. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Watch twist. Watch twist. X3. 218. Chop. Hey, Haywood.
Off play action. Hart. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Looking to throw. Franks looking in zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Yeah. You don't want none. Sponge. No, you're out. Rush in. Let's go.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Franks. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Switch it.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Go! 57 down.
From the gun, Hart. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
After the sack, they'll come up now, third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Mike, 57. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Mike's 57.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 88 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Kill. Slam. Check 24, check 24.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. A gain of 3, second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Okay, 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Trevor Williams with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not...
There goes Melvin Gordon. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, LA. Melvin Gordon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And this is up and good. It brings them within a point now. It's 14-13. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd and 2, Hart. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Come on, D. Go.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
53's the mic.
52 jet bomber. 52 jet bomber. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Ready?
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So the solid run on 1st, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all on your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too.
You ain't going 6'6", pull it high. Look at me. Go, go.
36, 36. Hatchet.
That's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now it's Breida, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the Chargers' 21-yard line.
Here we go. 30 base. Hey, exit.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Yeah.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hart. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12.
Hey, wahoo! Go.
53 is the mic. Tackle. Check.
Lead rip.
Off the play fake. Hart looking for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Charger drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Give me that ball, defense.
2nd and 13. Jones has it. Jones hit and the ball's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Following the fumble recovery, Franks got a man. It's complete. Williams, 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Now Gordon on first down. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Franks. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Coming to you, coming to you.
To throw again. Franks. He's going to fire one. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll begin the drive with Breida. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. This is Breida, and he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Check. Fresno. There. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Hey, Alpha.
Kill. Check. 53's Mike.
Check.
From the gun, Hart. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Let him know. Alpha.
Back to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on fourth down.
Yeah. How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yep.
I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support bra. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the